for it. And then the person
does it
judging
rotate?
picks the best one. And whoever wins gets the next...
Can I just
Picture
say
to
mine
judge.
out loud after you guys are done?
Yeah, just go.
I'm just gonna burp.
So 3 people are going to write it down, and then 1 is going to judge?
Yes.
Okay.
I will start with the judging because I'm fucking judging you anyway.
You should. You should.
Constantly,
Are you?
constantly judgy.
Hey,
Hey everybody, I'm sick.
he's very sick. I wouldn't lean... come over here. Come on.
No licking.
No licking.
You
I
cannot
was
sue.
told that specifically tonight
You
by
cannot
both
sue
him
the show
and
if you
Amy.
get sick. By the way.
The extra voice you're hearing is Andrea. She's off screen. Okay, the cast for this evening. Andrea is our live studio ostrich.
Actually, mic'd up.
Yes. On the panel tonight is, as always, Chad. Woo!
Thanks for coming.
I didn't do your whole technical, whatever.
That's okay.
For the first time ever, Mark.
Mark!
Hi, Mark.
Hi. How are you?
Returning for the second week in a row, Patrick.
Patrick!
Hey!
Nobody complained about you last week, so we decided to let you come on again.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
And my name is Keanu Reeves, so that
Right.
everyone would be weirdly convinced I can act.
I was just watching Bill and Ted's movie last night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one?
Excellent Adventure.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
That Bogus Journey?
No, this is my first time watching Excellent Adventure. Actually.
Oh my god, okay.
I
How'd that
saw
go?
Bogus Journey first, and then Excellent Adventure was my second one, and I gotta say I liked it.
It's weird introducing young people to, like,
Yeah.
what I would consider awesome classic films.
I'm usually very well versed in my classic movies. I'm a huge fan of cult movies. I just missed that one somehow.
I still want to punch you in the throat.
For entirely different reasons.
Probably.
Yes.
That's true.
There's so much violence in this.
I know.
Okay, this week we're playing caption game or whatever the fuck, and I'm gonna judge first. Boom! There's the picture.
Captain
Boom.
game.
There's the picture. Guys, captions. Go.
Okay.
There's more pens over there.
Can we study it?
Yeah, go for it. First news topic. NFL is causing a little bit of a stir. For those who don't know what the NFL is, certain nerds in this room. National Football League.
National Football League.
Professional American football.
Yes.
National
Real football.
Yeah! Not with that no pads and bullshit.
Not that soccer stuff.
Fucking pussies! America! Alright.
Fuck yeah.
People get bit in that sport, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. They're starting a little bit of a row, a little bit of a riot, and I think it's bullshit what they're doing, actually. They are narrowed down to 3 people for their halftime show. Sadly, not Weird Al. The petition is not working.
Who are the 3 then?
Coldplay, Rihanna, and Katy Perry. All names
Interesting.
you would absolutely think of when you thought football.
Of course. Well, it seems recently they've been kind of going like the classic rock
Yes.
edge. So.
Actually, I thought Prince was great. I thought his
Yeah.
halftime show was great. And that might have been the first good one I've seen in many years. I typically fucking hate the halftime show, by the way.
Right.
It's stupid. But they are... overall theme of all the halftime shows they've ever had is that they don't pay the people that are in the halftime show. However, your live performance is getting seen by 100 some odd million people,
Right.
so that's good enough. However, this time around, they're asking the 3 people if any of them would like to make a financial contribution. Yes. They're trying to get them to pay the National Football League
pay to play,
be on
pay to play.
in the halftime show.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
What happens if all 3 flip them off and walk away?
There you go.
That's likely. It would be likely. However, Rihanna's got a CD coming out right about the same time as the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you give a penny from the penny well.
I think the best they can hope for is that they would do it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
and
that'd
they
be the
have.
best
Everyone's
thing.
always done it for
Yeah.
free.
Would they bid at that point? If one were to say yes, we'll give this amount, that would.
The ideas that they've given so far is that maybe we can get a percentage of your tour sales for whatever your next tour is, or you can pay us a small lump sum. They've actually come out and said this stuff. Like, they're not even hiding the fact that they're being fucking douchebags about this.
That is
Right.
insane.
They National Football League. Your halftime show is part of the spectacle that is the Super Bowl. You love the spectacle. It brings you more people. People that don't give a shit about football watch the Super Bowl for the halftime show and the commercials. You want this. It's part of your show, your ratings. Don't be a fucking dick. I'm not going to have a TV show and then have my actors pay me to be on it.
Right.
That's what it just seems like.
Sure, no. Well, then you could take it further. What's next? Then the teams who get into the Super Bowl have to pay a certain amount to be there.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But I don't know.
Slippery slope.
It's, it's, NFL's gotten into some trouble recently for a long time ignoring the long-term effects of many concussions and yeah, they just ignored that for a long time and said that there was no evidence. Really? Would you like to meet Muhammad Ali? There's a great story of him. He went in the 90s, already fucked up right at that point. He got invited with a bunch of other major athletes to North Korea as sort of a you should come hang out. You guys already done with your captions?
Yeah.
Okay. You should come hang out and see how great our country is. Obviously, they didn't have a good time. While they were on this big panel or whatever for this dinner, and Kim Jong-il at the time, yes, was giving the speech about how anytime they wanted, they could come and kick America's ass. Basically, was the point of his speech. And Muhammad Ali leans over. And I couldn't remember what athlete, it was some basketball player or something like that. He leans into and he goes, no wonder we fucking hate these guys.
Nice.
But what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that they are valid in asking them to pay? Because this is a beneficial thing for them. Obviously, it is a beneficial thing for the musicians.
I was unaware that most of the musicians were doing it for free up to now.
Did you think the NFL paid them?
I think that they at least paid for the production.
Yeah.
You know, because that shit was, that's some extravagant shit that happens there.
Yeah.
But if that's not, are they paying, do we know if that's the case or not? Are they paying for the production or no?
I don't think they paid for the production.
Okay. To start asking, the NFL is not hurting for revenue, okay? No. They're the richest they have ever been.
Richest
do not
sport
need
in America,
exactly.
in a country that is obsessed with professional sports.
Easily. There is no reason to ask the artist to pay to play. That's fucked up.
Honestly, I think they should be paying them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or they should, that too, but, or if you want to do it that way, just have a sponsor. Say the halftime show sponsored by...
Which they already do. No, they do. They already do that.
Do they already
do
that?
It's Coke. It's Coke and Pepsi and shit most every year.
Oh my God.
Visa and... Yeah, it's...
Well,
yeah.
they should just foot the bill then. Just increase their fee for, what it costs then. I guess, if they want to
It's already like $4 million for 30 seconds
sure,
or something like that.
Sure.
I don't... yeah. That seems like they're just asking for, some sugar on top of their cream.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's pretty greedy.
What the fuck?
It's pretty fucked up. All right, moving on to the picture. Here's a reminder. In Science Today, Newton's theory of gravity, stroke.
I wish I had written that. That was way funnier than what I wrote.
In Science Today, Newton's theory of gravity was proven incorrect. Oh, so it's not a theory of gravity. I'm pretty sure it's the law of gravity. We're pretty sure that's a real thing.
That's why I put theory. That's why I put theory, because you don't get the joke. It's okay. Move on. Eventually,
when you get to a high enough elevation, gravity actually does reverse.
Another gravity thing.
It's
interesting. We two people went that direction.
The winner is, though, first one to die wins.
I was about to say, that's the biggest game of chicken ever.
Thanks.
And now you judge this one. So can we comment on that?
Great minds think alike, Chad.
Or minds.
The second place.
I don't know about the great ones.
There we are.
All right, look at that.
Do your worst.
Here we go.
Do you really want to
What is it?
hurt me?
Okay.
Okay. So we're in an agreement. NFL, fucking douchebags.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Next up, Rain. Keanu Reeves is going to be on TV, supposedly. He's getting his own TV show.
A TV
Really?
show?
Yeah.
I didn't think he was that social.
Not a
He's
good
going to be
idea.
playing. I think it's Connor Rain is the character's name, but it's from a book series from Barry Eisler. Long-running series about a half Japanese, half American contract killer, and this group, Slingshot Global Media, which has never done anything, by the way, is giving him executive producer credit for this show that they're going to put on.
Sure.
It seems like an interesting enough idea. It's definitely a premise that Keanu would be good in. He's decent in those kinds of movies. He has a lot of experience in those kinds of movies, and letting him executive produce, he did come out with that Man of Tai Chi.
Yeah, but it wasn't very good.
It wasn't great, but it was fine. Giving a bunch of people speaking lines where English is maybe their third language.
Yeah, probably true.
But there is no. Here's what's up. There's no talk. The Slingshot Global Media is going to put it on, and they're trying to talk it up, but there is no talk about where it's going to land. Like, there's no TV network assigned to it as of yet. It's just they're going to make a fucking show and hope it lands, and which happens occasionally.
Sure.
But when you have enough money put into it, you're buying Keanu Reeves.
Right, exactly.
Do you think that the news announcement of this, is a power play in order to push networks to sign him? Some sort of hype train to line people up? Or do you think it's in the reverse, do you think they've already got a deal struck? Because there's absolutely no talk about what network they're on. None.
I find it hard to believe that something with Keanu Reeves attached to it doesn't have a distribution chain already set up. I have a real hard time believing that would be the case.
I went deep on this news story that nothing announced, at least.
Really?
Nothing.
Well, that would tell me then that either it's so early into development that they don't have much more than that to say, or it's late enough in the development and they don't have someone on board that they're panicking and looking for someone.
That's what I kind of thought it was, too. I just thought they were freaking out. Would you watch a show like that? Would you watch basically one of his stupid action films via TV show? Would you watch that show? Depending on where it lands, like
Maybe. I don't think it really matters where it lands. I don't think that.
No.
I think it
care
does
about that
because
so much.
you can't. I mean, if it lands on NBC, you're not going to show him rip somebody's head off.
I see your point there. Definitely, there is more freedom on some of the smaller.
It changes what they can show, what they can do.
Sure.
And if you're talking about a contract killer, there's definitely he kills people.
Right. I wouldn't watch it just because Keanu Reeves is attached. If it looks interesting,
Yeah.
then I'll check it out. But
Do you think this is like a weird jump from all these movie theater people have been going to TV recently? Do you think it's like his grab at being the next big TV?
I don't know, what was the last big Keanu Reeves movie that pulled in a shit ton of money? Anybody? Anybody?
I don't know. Like, since that.
Because we're getting to the point where we say who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It's like,
No, I don't know about that, but
Getting close.
Was it what the run? Was it last year?
Was it Ronin?
Yeah, but that didn't do.
didn't do very well.
Yeah.
47, which I want to see.
Yeah.
Mostly
Yeah.
just to see how they worked in a non-Asian dude into what is
No,
supposed to be a movie about Japanese guys.
The Man of Tai
Just
Chi
saying.
has got Keanu Reeves. That was a
he
slightly
plays
more
a
recent
half
movie.
Japanese character in that.
I haven't seen it yet, but
It wasn't very good.
I know about it, and it's
And
not.
It didn't
He's
do
not
well. It didn't
Asian.
get a theatrical release.
It wasn't very good, but I thought the action was fun.
Yeah.
But
But I guess that's my point. I mean, there's not a lot going on for Keanu right now in the big screen.
so you think this is a career move?
But
Could be.
he doesn't necessarily need the money, though. If you look at the Matrix franchise, that alone has paid his way through the rest of his life. I mean,
I saw this thing where he made $50 million, something like that, and he gave it all. He gave away $50 million of his earnings from the Matrix to the special effects team of the Matrix.
Wow.
And like each guy got 1.7 or something like that, 1.75.
Wow. No, he's a very selfless person. I think he's a great role model if you look at what he's done and his attitude towards things. But he doesn't. I think right now, if he's doing stuff like this, it might just be because he's got a personal interest in the project. So
Yeah, reading
That's-
up on it, he's definitely a fan of the books, Barry Eisler's work, but which you would have to be if you're going to something like that.
Sure. So what are some of the other shows that come to mind that have a A-list actor?
Well, True
credits?
Detective, they're playing on that right now. Every season's anew.
Right.
I think Parks and Rec. I think there's a lot of hangers on. Parks and Rec has a few pretty big ones currently.
Well, I was thinking of like The Following with Kevin Bacon.
yeah, that was a
Following,
great show. I
definitely.
think. If you look at The Falling, or The Fall, sorry, The Fall. It's a Irish detective series with Gillian Anderson. Yeah, and the villain in that show is I can't think of the actor's name, but he's
Isn't
definitely
the guy
in
from
stuff.
Hannibal famous? A big guy too.
I haven't seen that.
I've heard that show's great.
That's got Gillian Anderson too, right? Hannibal.
I'm sure.
Gillian Anderson fan club over here. What the fuck?
I'm an X-Files junkie. What can I say?
Okay. Go ahead.
This is the three?
Yes, these are the three.
Do we do a reminder?
Yep. Reminder.
Okay.
Reminder.
Got
Boop.
it.
Reminded.
We have, your appearance offends me to the extent that I feel the need to fuck my eyeballs out.
You're welcome.
Pretty good.
Oh God! It eats at the flesh.
That's right. Wiping on your pants.
Now we've got, even I can see how many fucks I give.
That's pretty
There's
good.
a trend.
That's a good one.
There's definitely a trend here. The third one is, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, fuck you evil.
Mine would be, this is what I had to do after I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh!
That movie was fucking awful, by the way. Don't get me started. I'll go off.
He will. He went off like 10 minutes while we're in the
I
car.
fucking
have no
hated
doubt.
that movie.
Yeah.
Michael Bay, you're on my short list for murder.
What?
Between this and Transformers, fuck that dude forever.
Yes, fuck that dude forever.
I'm going to go with, even I can see how many fucks I give. It just
That was
seemed
a
to be
good
the
one.
most
That was a
succinct
very
to
good
the point, and
That was good.
got his point across in the most effective way.
It's very nicely done.
All right, next one. Bet. All right.
I've seen this picture before.
So nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about the Keanu show.
I don't think anybody gives a shit.
All right. Next
Makes
up.
sense to me.
Fair enough. Vampire Chronicles. Do you guys know the Vampire Chronicles from Anne Rice? The
I'm
series of
familiar.
books that she
Oh, I've read a little bit.
started with Interview with the Vampire, then Vampire Lestat, Queen of the Damned, kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah.
She's actually coming out with a new one this year called Prince Lestat, or she already has it this
Really?
year.
Okay. I was unaware.
I heard they were working
She's
on
up to
it.
11. 11 books.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
The entire rights for all of Anne Rice's Lestat series has just been picked up by Universal. Just been acquired by Universal.
Yep.
And they're very aggressively seeking making new movies.
Interesting.
Yes. They've already picked up a couple producers for the first one they want to do. They want to do, what is it? Vampire Lestat, I think, is what they want to do. But they picked up a couple producers, Robert Orci and Roberto Orci and Robert Kurtzman. Roberto Orci is going to direct the next Star Trek 3, actually. He set up to do that. Together, they're going to produce the Lock and Key adaptation. Lock and Key is a huge comic book franchise that's going to be hitting. And Robert Kurtzman's actually going to direct both the Venom movie and the Mummy.
Huh.
So these are they're trying to get on the ground floor of these guys to produce this movie. They're already in talks with the guy for the director spot. I'm not as happy about this bit. It's Josh Boone, who directed The Fault in Our Stars that came out this year. The only other movie he's directed is also another sappy romance movie.
Got nothing.
Yeah.
Got nothing.
Yeah, he's directed 2 movies, and his producer credit is like 1 short. That's it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, would you go and see, because we were getting vampire assaulted over the past few years, would you go see Anne Rice vampire movies again? Because she's a much darker take, obviously, of the vampire. The Interview with Vampire, I think, is probably the best vampire movie of all time. If not, it's got to be at least top 3.
They did a nice job with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you interested in a darker version of this vampire trend? Movies getting made again?
I'd give it a shot.
That's a good question. Do I care enough?
And second to that, do you think a romance director is a
Yeah.
good addition to something like that?
See, what I kind of get tired of is, I would like to go back to the day where maybe we can just have a one-off, just one movie and call it good.
Yeah.
Right.
The fact that it's just going to be strung out for years, if not a decade, with more and more projects in the work that are going to come along. It's hard for me anymore to get excited about something knowing that I have to live with it for that long.
Really? Not even like the Marvel movies that they're launching and stuff like that? Don't give a shit about those either?
Tired.
Those movies are great, though.
Maybe. But it's just what, like, what was wrong with the days where you just made one movie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Everything has to
they
just be
realized you don't make as
several
much
series.
money.
Well, it's true. It's true, but it just gets old sometimes.
No, I agree. I'm a fan of the vampire mythology, at least, and I'm definitely a fan of Interview with the Vampire. Not as much a fan as Queen of the Damned with
Yeah.
Stuart Townsend, Aaliyah. That one wasn't a winner?
That wasn't gonna
Getting a
happen.
little wordy or something? Yeah, okay.
So, Mike, are you worried about with a romance director it turning into
Yeah,
another
I'm worried
Twilight?
about a Twilight
Yeah,
rendition.
I was gonna
of
say that's what he's
Anne
worried about,
Rice. That's
Twilight.
what I'm worried about a little.
Well,
because
sure.
The Fault in Our Stars
Sure.
is absolute.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know what that was about, it's about a girl who falls in love with a guy, and the girl's dying of cancer, and there's just nothing they can do about it. That's what the fucking subject matter of that movie is.
Yeah.
It's very uplifting.
But
Real uplifting tale.
Sure.
if we look, I guess, seriously at the source material, those Anne Rice novels were basically dark romances.
Yeah, they're pretty sexy.
You know,
Shit.
it's kind of messed up shit.
But they're written
they were,
so well. Like, the writing is really
Yeah.
good in the Anne
So they're
Rice
just gonna throw
novels.
some sparkle on it.
No sparkling. No sparkling. There was a few talks a few years ago of them rebooting it. It was like 5 or 6 years ago of them doing this series again. It's sort of a reboot of the series with Robert Downey Jr. in Lestat, the character of Lestat, who
I heard
was
about that.
originally played by Tom Cruise in Interview. However, there was a big dispute over whether or not he was too old because it's supposed to be a 1800s 20-something young man. But the argument back in the day, this is the argument back in the day, and I thought it was kind of ridiculous. Well, back in the 1800s, 20-something was like in your 40s.
Right.
That was literally like the studio's argument for why they would use it, but but
40 is the new 20.
yeah. Are we good? What do we have?
Did you ever see
Okay.
the picture of Nicolas Cage from like the Civil War?
Oh yeah, are these
Right.
actors vampires?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like old timey pictures, black and white pictures
Yeah.
of like people who look exactly like modern day.
Whoa.
There's a Keanu Reeves one too, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's uncanny.
That's cool.
All right, the picture. This cat is wearing a melon helmet. Your argument is invalid.
All right. Okay.
All right.
All right.
First it was the pumpkin at Halloween. Now we're into melons. Hashtag pissed off cat.
There. Dig it. Dig it.
You think this is cute? Fuck you. I'm gonna say those all sucked. Not funny.
I warned you going into this, man.
Well, you could just like every cat picture, it's plotting your death, your imminent death.
We'll go with your argument is invalid, I guess.
Man.
That was a sympathy, man.
I'd give it Don.
I know,
Give that one to Andre.
it wasn't
That's what I would
great.
do.
What was yours?
It's like like every cat picture, they're plotting your imminent death.
That one more so than the others. I'm excited to see it. I don't know who it would be. Just jumped in my mind. Bennington Cumberbatch is Lestat. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
already
could see
pale
that.
as fuck.
He looks.
you
Yeah.
go.
He looks undead. It's
And
totally
his
true.
voice is terrifying.
Yeah. Totally. Absolutely. I'd give you that one. Totally. Yeah.
Alright. Moving on, I guess.
Moving on.
Moving on over.
Snapchat discovery. Everybody knows what Snapchat is, correct?
Afraid so. Afraid so.
It's basically what if you don't know, it's basically what the teens these days are using to sext. It's basically text messaging, but you're sending a picture, and I know it just sounds like picture messaging, but somehow they picked up on this. I don't know how
You also can't see it for an inordinate amount of time. You can only see it for like a couple seconds and then it's gone, is the
Okay.
idea. So, you get between like 3 and 10
Do
seconds
you
to see it.
Snapchats?
I have a Snapchat, yes. I am
Okay.
one of them kids.
How many dick pics have you sent via Snapchat?
None.
That's a lot. Infinity? No, wait.
no, that would be that would be this
He
one.
admits to it.
So is the point that when you say that it's 6-10 seconds and it's gone, there's still a record of that shit, right? I mean, you can go back and look at old Snapchats.
No, you
Or
can't.
they're just gone.
No,
They're
they're
just
gone.
gone.
Once you send a Snapchat, you can't see what you sent. And then there is this new feature they added called My Story, where if you choose to, you can make it be part of your Snapchat profile for up to 24 hours. It's a new thing, so they can have some Snapchats stay visible, so you can look at them for as much as you want for up to 24 hours. But apart from that, you get a couple seconds to see it, and then it's gone.
There's a whole lot of jazz words used in the promotion for this, I have a feeling. It's in with the teens! All right. From the company, Snapchat, basically the company's CEO is 24 years old, and fuck this guy, by the way. They're coming up with a brand new thing called Snapchat Discovery. It's going to be launched in November, and basically they're going to be partnering with, they're claiming dozens have already signed up, newspapers, magazines, and TV networks to have publications and videos sent via your phone, but you have to keep your finger on it to make sure it knows that you're still watching it.
I mean, that's
This
how
is
Snapchat
a brilliant advertising campaign. Because you have to... retention, if you put your finger on it, you're obviously probably paying attention to it a little amount. And the ads that they're going to fold into this are going to... Oh, God, they're going to make... This is a marketer's dream. I actually think they figured out how to make all of the young people listen to the commercials. You know what I mean? I feel like this guy's actually fucking figured this out. What do you think of this? Do you think it's a good thing, a bad thing? Wolf Blitzer via you're right next to dick pics on your phone.
Oh man.
Do you think this is a good way to get younger people to pay attention to this?
You're judging, Patrick.
Basically, that's what this is going to be. You're judging. There's nothing you can
Right.
put in.
I knew
did
that.
everything.
Of course I knew that. Gosh.
This is what I'm here for.
I still don't think the kids will care.
You still don't think they'll
No,
care.
I don't.
Think this is a flop. They haven't, to be fair, they haven't announced a single publication of these purported dozens that are on board, that are actually on board.
Well, Playboy probably, but
Well, yeah. You don't need that. You don't need Playboy. Guys, you don't need strippers. Just buy a camera and go to the nearest bar section of your town.
No, what would be the better one, The Onion.
Oh yeah, more people
Yeah.
convinced that the Titanic sank again.
Or the 14-day-long roller coaster. That was a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what was the one recently with like Steven Spielberg in front of a dead dinosaur?
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, and they were convinced. Like he was on the set of the new Jurassic World, and everyone's convinced that he killed the last remaining dinosaur or some bullshit. They're calling
There's a level of stupid there. It's not even worth commenting
that
on.
permeates
Oh my
society in a fanatical way. Just incredible. There's the 99% that is the poor people, but then there's the 90% that is the dumb people.
Oh man.
Every time you see a YouTube video of people fighting in the lobby of a welfare office.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just watched one of those. And the guy body slammed the cop.
Yeah, there we
It
go.
was-
Get it.
Yeah.
Good times. Good
Poor
times.
Rent-A-Cop.
I kind of got lost on that little YouTube.
You gotta be careful what side of YouTube you dive down,
That's
man.
true. It's very
This is
true.
very
All of a
true.
sudden you're just looking up like people popping zits and people body slamming people and just a whole bunch of Russians doing all sorts of shit.
Crazy
Oh, yeah.
shit.
No doubt.
Russian
What else they gonna do?
You get it when you're done with this video. Type into your YouTube Russian dash cam and just enjoy the rest of your evening because you're gonna
man.
see some shit.
Some shit.
Yeah. You don't think people give a shit?
I don't think people will care at all.
Would you pick this up? You have the Snapchats. You're the youth.
You know, I don't know. I don't know if I feel too strongly about this. It doesn't draw me in, so I don't know.
So you didn't pay attention at all. This last 10 minutes, you weren't paying any attention whatsoever. Were
Not
you?
a single bit. Wait,
You were
you guys
thinking-
are talking this whole
wait,
time?
no, let's do an experiment. Let's do an experiment. Are you paying attention now?
Only minutely.
See? It works, people. It works.
Wow.
I just proved it.
You
I
did,
just proved
you
it.
did.
There you go. Social experiments.
He's got to write down the thing.
Are we,
Sure.
Mike?
Normally at this point, I would take over and say something incredibly funny, and well, Mike works on his thing. But sorry, guys, ain't gonna happen.
You have to suffer through it.
I got a fever of like 100. You're just lucky I'm here.
How many of you
Lucky I'm
guys have
standing
actually
up.
used Snapchat? That's something I gotta know. Have you ever used Snapchat before? Ever?
No,
I've never
never.
used
No? No?
We
I
don't
only
have
vaguely know
smartphones.
what it is.
Yeah.
but-
I just got a smartphone like maybe a month ago. I don't know. First smartphone, and everybody I know uses Snapchat, so I got one. And the thing is, you guys, this idea of, oh, well, getting all this stuff from, news sources, blah, 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 they're holding your finger on it. That's how the Snapchat system already works. When you are viewing a picture or a video that somebody sends you, you can only look at it as long as your fingers hold down on the screen.
For 24 hours.
No. For 24
Yeah,
hours.
Hold your finger there a long time and look at them titties.
Here, let me show you guys.
No, thank you. Yeah, this is so good.
I will
for the-
show you all of the dick pics
That's
right here.
A little tutorial.
And here we have step 1. Open the Snapchat app. Section 2.
Oh, Jesus
Find
Christ.
the
Okay,
dick
I'm going to read these for you, okay?
No, let's go. All right. Just so you know, none of these are going to be as good as the one I had in my head.
Okay.
All right, let's get going. Just
Yeah,
a reminder.
I've seen all the ones you've written in so far. I doubt that.
You know what? Little Asian gangster gotta pee.
He's kind of holding down crotch area. I kind of get
A
it.
little bit.
Yeah.
My armpit swallowed a nipple.
Okay then.
Look,
Audio
there's
problems.
his other nipple.
I see it. I see it now.
Okay. I didn't see
when I first looked at it.
You know what's great when you're telling jokes, explaining them after the fact.
Even though it's
Yeah.
true. It's always a bad side the joke didn't work.
Been spending most of our lives living in a Chinese paradise.
Oh my god. You
I got it.
That's just breaking shit.
Right there.
Man.
You're good.
See, I keep messing shit up.
The Asian Gangster Paradise one. That was pretty good.
The gangster and the paradise ones are two different cards.
What was the one you just
No,
did?
that's a line from Gangster's Parrot. God damn it.
God. It was paradise, but I will have to
It's a-
say it
it's
was
a
not
li-
as good as the one I had in
It's
my
a
head.
line from the song Gangster's Paradise
I know,
by
it does.
Coolio. I'm aware you weren't alive yet.
I knew what you were quoting. You think I didn't know that?
Oh man. So what's next?
Next up on news, lizard recipe.
Interesting.
Okay.
Arizona State University has figured out the genetic recipe for how lizards regrow their tails.
Really?
The exact order in which certain genetics fire so that they can actually regrow limbs.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good news
Fuck
for
yeah.
the
They
amputees.
have mapped this and have identified the order in which all 326 genes fire.
Wow.
The thing is, this is important because between these lizards and us, we have the same set of genes. Different order, we use them differently, but we have the exact same genetic toolbox.
Nice.
if you will.
That's a lot of denim.
This is sort of step one to Wolverine. Hell yeah!
What I'm talking. Yeah.
Or the
There you
chick
go.
from Heroes. What was their name on Heroes? The
The
cheerleader.
cheerleader lit.
She
Yeah.
cut her toe off in like
She
that
would
one
grow
episode.
back, yeah.
Did you watch that show?
No, no.
She had like it was season 1. She was like it was like episode 2 or something shit like that. And she was testing her regenerative properties, and she cuts her fucking toe off with these giant scissors, and her toe just grows back. I'm like, ah!
So you're saying this can be applied to other parts of I thought you were just initially saying we could grow back our lizard tails.
We could grow back a tail.
I don't know if that's all that useful, but
We could grow back our monkey tail from way back in the day. No, they hope that this knowledge can be applied. What they're going to have to do is they're going to have to. The difference between us is the proteins that are used so that it can be synthesized to a human body. But if they figured that part out, presumably we could regrow limbs at some point.
Crazy. So you don't have to put it like in a cooler anymore if you cut it off.
And it'll work when they reattach it as opposed to just not.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh man.
Is this not fucking awesome?
That is fucking
Let's just
awesome.
agree with you. This is fucking awesome.
That is awesome science stuff right
If they
there.
figured this
That's
out
pretty
tomorrow,
cool.
would you go cut something off?
No.
Like numb up the, like if you get a hold of like a whole bunch of nitrous oxide and shit, just numb the shit out of yourself and then shoosh.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I would probably not worry as much about getting something chopped off.
What do you
I
think?
might try some shit that I wouldn't have tried before.
Yeah.
But, you
Here's
know.
the thing. What do you think the societal effects of having that sort of?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think NASCAR, the home game, becomes
And that's the next, YouTube dare.
Yeah, totally.
Daring people to cut off
the
limbs.
fire challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
How many more people would play with sharp swords?
For those who are
Right?
unaware, the ice bucket challenge
I don't
is
think
for
it's a good idea.
ALS.com. ALS.org is to fight a disease called ALS. You doing it to your friends and then giving no money and then not quoting ALS is doing nothing. You're not cool. Fuck yourselves.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Mark knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how can you avoid it? It's all over the place.
But
Totally.
yeah, this is what do you think? Who's one person that we can all name would be the first person to do something insane? Because this is like was all over the news. I would probably vote myself towards the top of the list.
No,
But
Corey.
Corey is a good. Brandon Ayler.
Brandon,
Pretty
Brandon might try
good.
something. That's true.
Brandon Ayler's already doing the stuff that requires this medical attention.
Right.
I don't know.
Your brother accidentally.
Oh, MMA would become awesome. They start putting like swords in
Exactly.
MMA.
That'd be
and shit.
edged weapons would become part of that shit.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, fuck it. Gladiatorial games. Bring it back. That's not a
there
sign
you
of a society in demise.
Now when they call us degenerates, well, they'll be wrong. We're regenerates.
Fuck you. Get out. Bad pun. Hate you forever. Alright. Yep. I just thought that was cool as hell.
That is pretty cool.
Good job, Arizona State University. Good job.
I do lots of things there. Shot a porn there.
Really?
Yeah.
They do lots of things there. List of one. Shot a porn there.
It's just common knowledge. Maybe not. I don't know.
That's the only thing Mark.
Just an
They do
Well,
lots of great
they're
things
always
there.
they're always on the top of the
DP,
list.
Anal, DDDA, oral.
Always on the top of the list is best party schools in the U.S.
Yeah, I've
Those are
heard
the
this.
two things I know about Arizona.
Also, worst place to be if you are black or Mexican.
Really?
No, they'll deport you in a fucking heartbeat if you're anything other than super white.
Sure.
Arizona might be the reddest state in the union. All right. So, I'm judging. Yes.
You're judging.
Reminder. Boop.
15 minutes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, my back boobs are bigger than your back boobs. Good comeback, y'all. Back boobs. Enough said. Gross. Just gross.
That's pretty good. I thought back boobs enough said was good, but gross. That's
I'm
like
gonna go with gross.
that's super. Just
This is what I think of whenever I see something on Facebook or something, like a picture just pops up. One of my first things is always just gross. I always want to just reply with that. So that 90%
no. Let's be
of
honest.
things
Let's be honest. Your first
So
question.
your
Is,
sister's wedding photos were just.
gross.
your very first question is always, "Would I fuck that?" And then the next question is,
No, my grandma.
This is weird. I don't like this.
Welcome to the Oh, I have a cool thing that you guys probably won't have anything to say about, but Renovo Motors, it's a car company. Tesla, watch your fucking ass. They've come out with a new coupe car. It's got a 1,000 foot-pull torque. 1,000 torque. It can get up to 120 miles per hour, 500 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, and it's
Wow.
electric car.
Full electric car.
A full electric car.
It's crazy.
30-minute recharge time or 5 hours if you really want to make sure you can do a long trip.
Sure.
What's the range?
Range was not listed
Okay, that
magically.
means it's not very far. That's what that means.
But getting to work would be fucking sweet. You can be that environmental douchebag and have a kick-ass fucking car.
That's good.
Yeah.
You could probably put some fake sound effects on it to make it sound like it's...
No, they already do it.
Hard,
It comes encapsulated with already making that noise.
Right?
It makes the old muscle car noise. It goes.
Sure,
It does it. It already does
You
it.
kind of need that. Because
You have to. Nobody wants the.
Right? You can't sound intimidating when you roll up next
Well,
to
you just
somebody.
get-
Sound like a gay porn star's
right.
fart.
What the fuck is that about?
I don't think
That
they
bullet
have
took a
those.
second.
Yeah, almost
That
killed
was a
him.
humor grenade I lobbed across the room. All right.
Took him out. You took him out too. Well done.
All right. No, nothing to say about it. Fucking cool.
No, yeah. Is there a price on it? Do they know?
There's
or-
no price listed as of yet, but they are projecting under 60,000, which is
Crazy.
actually pretty decent
It is decent.
for an electric car,
Yeah.
for sure.
What is that company? I don't even know if I know it.
Renovo Motors, they're brand new. I think this might be their first car.
Yeah.
Renovo is kind of a huge one of those mega companies, but this is like their branch.
The cool thing I see about this is now you have two companies competing for what essentially is an electric roadster.
Yes.
So, and that's where an innovation
What's
is going to come
Tesla's?
from.
What's
you know?
Tesla's sports car called?
I don't know what it's called.
Because they
but-
have a supercar actually. It gets like their charge thing is like an hour or some bullshit if you're really testing that thing. But it's a supercar. It is a supercar.
And when you have two companies like that, you're pushing the technology. Yeah, that's where cool shit's going to happen. When we're
It's-
finally going to have
Yeah.
real choices when it comes to
Tesla was
electric
already
cars.
doing a good job, but if giving them a rival
Competition, man.
it
Fuck
pushes
yeah.
it even harder.
Fuck
which
yeah.
is
Challenge is good.
challenge is good for electric cars. Need to be a thing that's around because if you're not aware, we're destroying our planet, killing ourselves.
Got to figure out a way to make
Sorry,
them viable.
kids,
So,
our next generation's fucked.
yeah.
Well, no, but I mean, it is promising because if you can make it sexy and
Yeah,
desirable like that, you know, it'll take still a little while. There's a lot of old assholes who are going to hang on as long as they can. You know,
I just want to
They
put
love
that.
their
I want to
diesel.
put that
Yeah.
system in an old Mustang 302 Boss
Sure.
shell.
Why
I
couldn't
just
you?
want to do that.
Yeah, why couldn't you?
Just-
Alright,
yeah, I got a
absolutely
Boss, and it's electric. Because you're talking about old rebuild cars, it's just the frame, man. That's all you're talking about.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, God, fucking Boss. Oh, no, that's so bad. I have wood. Next topic.
Great. Here we go.
Pig hearts. Pig hearts. Everybody's talking about how pig hearts are going to be used for like implanting into people.
Yeah.
It's never really worked, right?
Yeah.
Officially, from the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute of America, they have successfully transplanted a pig heart into a baboon for 200 days, and the baboon is completely healthy. That was the
Wow.
entirety of the experiment. 200 days. They were trying to see if they can get to 5 months, basically.
So what did they do after they hit the 200 days? They just kill
Kill
it.
the
They
baboon.
took him out back and they shot him. in 5 days. No, he's just
Well done, Harley.
I'm sure it'll be an extended version of the experiment just to see if he lives to a normal life of a similar baboon or something like that. But this is huge because baboons have similar physiological structure as humans. This is a huge step forward in possibly growing pig organs for human use and not having it immediately rejected.
Yeah.
Which has always been the big problem. Our bodies just flat reject them. And that was a big thing. His body did not reject it.
What's
They
up?
figured out the protein strain and the enzymes required to not do that.
You can see animal rights activists having a huge problem
Right.
with this.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this a combative approach to stem cell research?
It's a combative approach to ways to, because we're at an organ and blood
deficit. Or
Deficit, yes.
Yeah.
We don't give enough. There's not enough to go around for people who need
Well,
excess organs or blood transfusion, stuff like that. We do have a deficit of that in this country. So it's always been what will get there first, because they're working on a 3D print. They're working on 3D printed organs at this point.
Yep.
They're working on just lab grown organs at this point.
Yeah.
This seems to be the furthest along of the possible substitutes.
Well, I've heard that stem cell research has come pretty far in just developing organs by acceptable organs that people can implant and have usable, but people have so much of a problem with it that it's not used very much. That's sort of what I was hearing.
Well, I mean, that is just baby murder, you fucking ass.
I guess that's
I think we just
not
fell off the
opening
road
that can of
here.
worms.
No, it's just a cool story.
Let's jerk this show back off the shoulder onto the road again, shall we? Here we go.
Would it feel weird to you if you had a pig heart pumping inside
What
of you?
I want to know is, would it feel weird when I ate bacon after I had it?
Sure, because then you're like semi kind of a cannibal in that way.
I don't know.
Because you're eating part of
Can we
your
just be honest with each
physiology.
other first off? Have you ever thought about what it would be like to eat a person? Let me just be honest with everybody for a second. Just show of hands. Just nobody has to say anything. Just show of hands.
I really haven't.
3 out of 4, you're the minority. I'd assume it'd be a lot like pork, honestly.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I feel
Greasy,
actually,
fatty.
I feel pretty good about that. I mean, because we not only are we taking advantage of all the tasty parts of the pig, but now we're taking advantage of the
And when we
organs
take their
as well.
organs, you can just take all the rest of it and eat that
Exactly.
bit.
You just get the rest of the pig.
This is using all of the
Right,
animal.
this is like Native American stuff
Yes.
here, man. That's
What
I'm
we're
talking
doing
about.
is good for nature.
This is like-
it's good for America.
Circle of life.
This is Lion King stuff.
Can't see it, but I'm shaking my head so hard right now.
Then we making love with other tigers, lions.
Yes. Give me a pig dick.
I don't know if
No, I
you
won't need
think
it.
Wow.
I'll have that. I'll be able to regrow mine.
I
Yeah,
think we
it's true.
digress.
It's
true.
Lizard dick and a pig heart.
Let's see who gets there first, the lizard shit or the pig stuff.
I
Who saves us
think
first?
the pigs could be first.
Let's go.
And
Let's
then
go.
we create a new lizard species of human.
Yeah. Well, they're already here. You know about the lizards, the alien lizards. That
Alien lizards.
Yeah, that are. Never mind. It's too complicated to get into.
Yeah, we don't
here.
want to get into
All-
the different races of aliens right now with you, Michael.
Oh man.
I mean, I do, you racist. All right. So this moves on to the second last thing we do every week. Do you have an indie pick this week?
I apologize, I do not have an any pick.
All right. Well, I have one.
I'm sure you
I
do.
have one. It's Flula Borg, aka Flula, on YouTube. Check out youtube.com/DJ Flula. He is a musician / comedian from Germany, and he is fucking hilarious. He does this series called Auto Tunes, where he makes music in cars with other YouTubers.
Nice.
Auto Tunes, get it?
Yep.
There you go.
Totally get it.
And it's really funny.
Nice.
He also does occasional videos where apparently he's an insomniac, and he'll post the idea he has and the time in the middle of the night at which he had it, and it's just insane rants. He did one about giving 110%, in which that's impossible. He's just got a heavy German accent. It's just like, how I give 110%? That's, I give you all of me, I die. There's 10% more somehow.
All right. So what's it called again?
Flula.
Flula.
YouTube.com/DJ Flula.
There you go. Check it out.
FLULA.
Right down here, people.
Auto-tunes.
Right down here. Check it out.
It's really, really funny. And he doesn't have anywhere near amount of viewers he should. He's one of those YouTubers. Like, every major YouTuber goes on his channel and, like, hangs out with him and stuff like that. But the average person doesn't have as many viewers. He has like 300,000 viewers or some shit like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the last thing we like to do every week. Is this little thing we like to call the
Hypothetical of the week.
I'm confused.
We're doing it different every time.
I'm confused.
I am
At the end of
too.
every week, I like to give a hypothetical to
You
everybody.
weren't here last week.
Yeah,
I
know.
really love hypothetical situations. So what I do is I give a hypothetical to everybody in the group, and then they answer it. By the way, the winner of this week is Chad, because he needs to win, man.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you very much.
Sick fuck.
So, Mike, what's the hypothetical this week?
The hypothetical of this week is actually a movie. And it's a movie I like to call Brewster's Millions.
Okay.
Classic Richard Pryor film.
Speaking of classic movies that I'm sure you haven't fucking seen.
There's actually
I will have you know that
an
I
older
have
version of it
not
also.
seen that movie.
There's an older version of it also, I believe,
Really?
from the 40s or 50s.
I doubt it's as good as the Richard
Oh, there's
Pryor
no
version.
way. There's no way. It doesn't have John Candy in it.
Basically, well, yeah. Basically, it's this. In the movie, Brewster, played by Richard Pryor, it's his uncle or his grandfather or some shit like that.
Sure.
Dies, and he is the only person in the family that can give all the shit to. So he can either take $1 million up front, which we're not going to do. That's axed. Or he can take $300 million, and he has 30 days to spend that money. But at the end of that 30 days, he can't own anything new. You can't have a new car. You can't have a new house. You can't own anything new at the end of that 30 days. If he spends all that $300 million, or the $30 million,
I think it's $30 million.
$30 million, he gets $300 million.
Jeez.
But he's got to be dirt poor.
Dirt
He can
poor.
only have the shirt like that he started with,
Yes,
and
nothing.
nothing else.
Well, anything he owned prior to the when it was
Prior,
start, prior to the
Prior.
start.
That's good.
Prior to
Yeah.
the starting, yes. Richard prior to the starting. So, I'll just pose it to you. You're in the situation, you have 30 days to spend $30 million, and you can't own anything more at the end of that 30 days.
Anything more? So does that mean that anything we own as of right now we can still keep?
You still keep what you own
And you
as of
can't-
right now, but you
Okay,
can't
so we don't have
own
to worry about
anything else.
selling everything that we
Yeah,
have.
and you cannot just donate it. You can only
You can't donate it either.
Yeah, you can't
Wait, so then you have to.
You have to
You have to
spend
spend
it.
How do you spend it and not donate and not?
That's the movie, man. So here's the hypothetical.
Huh.
How do you do it? We're in a different time now from when they shot that movie originally. It would be much easier. These days. It would be wildly easier these days.
I would come out really fat.
Now
Just
here's
eat it. Eat $30 million.
And then travel.
go to the richest
That would be
restaurants.
very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could blow quite a bit.
Yeah,
traveling.
Yeah.
travel.
No,
Go to the richest restaurants, just buy everybody a meal.
Here's what
every
giving
meal.
other people things is. I would consider donation. So if you bought everybody in your family a computer, I think that would be considered
Kind of
donation.
considered
Yeah,
donation.
Then you
guess
just take
so.
everyone out to dinner every night, and then you take a lot of people with you when you travel.
Everybody
Didn't he,
go.
do something, didn't he go to like a Cubs game though? And what did he do? I can't remember.
You went to a Cubs game, bought everybody's tickets or some shit like that.
Right. But is that donating maybe too, or
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I would
Because it's
say
not a
so.
thing they kept either. It's a thing. They were just there for the day.
you could go
Exactly.
to the airport and buy everybody a plane ticket at an airport, and you could blow.
I don't know if you could buy everybody's paycheck.
30 million if you went to like
Like,
Kennedy or
Heathrow?
Yeah,
Or
right.
O'Hara?
Sure. Go ahead. You want to
Heathrow,
try.
probably.
Heathrow? Yeah.
So we could do
Yeah.
it in a day. We could figure out how to do Brewster's Millions.
You would end up on a
in
terror
one
watch.
day.
You would end up on a terror watch list so fast.
Yeah.
Just like
Look, I'm
boom,
just doing
like
it
that.
to be nice. Nobody's nice. Fuck you. Where's the
Exactly.
bomb? Give me your ass.
Exactly right. Exactly.
They would look into my history and be very confused, though.
Oh man.
You had an interesting idea earlier today.
You could become a movie producer.
That's true.
That's where I
You
was
could
going to go.
produce so many movies.
I would produce the most expensive reality TV show
You
ever
only get 30 days to do
in
this.
30
though.
days.
Yeah.
You'd have to go to different
And
directors.
I would make sure it failed miserably.
Well, sure. Why not?
And then you'd be the Guinness World Record for like the most expensive and useless program ever.
Yeah, exactly.
I would.
Something like how, I don't even know, like something totally boring to everybody, like reality TV show about
Librarians of America.
priest librarians of America.
Or you could do
Something
like
just-
celebrities trapped on an island with chainsaws for arms.
That would make so much money.
That would be great. I'd watch that.
No, but the show would be so short-lived because they would all die.
Yeah, do you have a specific one in mind, or do you kind of want to go with?
Yeah, either that, man, or just go to a casino and just start.
That's true. Gambling
just
would pretty well get that out of the
gamble.
way. Why didn't he do that in Bruce?
You could be done in like 5 minutes.
Or you could make double that. You never
Yeah,
know.
but then you just keep letting it ride.
There
You'll
must have
eventually lose.
There must have been a gambling provision. Now we got to watch the movie to find out what all these rules actually are.
Yeah, I'm totally not gonna.
But we're spending too much time on the rules. Just go for it, man. Do the thing. You're gonna gamble. Fuck yeah.
Gambling.
Fuck yeah.
Where would you-
Reality TV
You
show
get
production.
whale status. You get put up in the night. They would give you hookers. You're gonna be a cocktail waitress with no pants on coming up to your room.
That's right.
This is an obvious 10. I'm a soft 4. But it doesn't matter because I'm a millionaire.
That's right.
That's how millionaires work, man.
It's true.
What would you do, Mike?
I would pay Mila Kunis to have sex with me once. $30 million one time. That's what it would take.
You would
I'm
turn
fairly
her into
certain
a
that's what it would
prostitute?
take. Huh?
You would turn her into a
For
prostitute.
$30 million, there's a number for everybody. I hold that there is a number for every human being on
But
the
could
planet.
you live with yourself for turning her into a prostitute?
Yes! Because I had sex with Mila Kunis! I could not only live with myself, I'd wake up every morning and give a high five to myself! I would probably shoot myself in the face directly after completion. Because
What else would there be to
Because
live
nothing
for?
else would live up to that, right?
Sorry, honey. Love
I
you.
just punch you. You give yourself a high five, I'd punch you in the face every day.
There we go.
No, come on, she's on the list. You gotta let me have that one.
But if you're high-fiving yourself, I get to punch you in the face.
That's a
How is
bylaw.
that a wait, what kind of bylaws are these?
It's in the
This is
bylaws.
bullshit.
It's in the bylaws.
Alright. Alright. Are we good? Are we good?
I'm good.
I feel happy.
Alright. Bye! Remember, hang out with your friends, do cool stuff, play games, have fun, have fun!
Stay in school.
Bye!
See you guys later. Thanks for coming over. I appreciate it. I gotta turn shit off now.
Swing low.
Turning shit off.
Swing.
You were so sick,
I am sick,
buddy.
dude.
You're so sick.
I know. I'm probably gonna
You sound.
make all you guys sick.
You sound bad. You look bad.
You're a bad person.
You're a bad person.
Yeah,
You
keep
suck
it
at
up.
life. I hate you.
Are we still rolling?
Yeah.
Fuck all y'all.
I mean.
I love you, Chad.